Great day. This is Brother Hatem coming at you, and I ask you once again, what are you mourning? What have you released? Good morning in a journey way. What have you released to make your life lighter? Or what have you innovated in your life to make your life better? Today it's cold, and once again there's a lot of snow, and I must say thank you, because this is a true winter. So I got to thank the Creator, man, because we haven't had a true winter in a long time. So that means this summer is going to be less mosquitoes. Oh my God. And other little pets, critters crawling around like fleas and stuff. If you got a dog or a cat, it's going to be a lot less of that this year. So that's the good part about it. But looking outside and seeing the lack of grass because of the snow covered, it made me think about a lesson that was taught to me by one of my older brothers. Actually, let me say elder brother, because he has made it to the elder status. And one day I had the privilege of traveling with him to a sacred ceremony, and we was talking about the circle of life. Actually, I was asking questions about the circle of life because I wanted to see how I could plug that in to some of the lessons that I was developing at the time. And we started talking, and he started talking about the circle of life and our place in the universe, and how everything was sacred and how everything fit on the circle of life. And he said this statement to me, and I later entered it into a poem, but it's an expression that I often use it to remind me of where I am, my position in the universe. And maybe it will inspire you like it inspired me, but it requires you to do some serious, deep thinking. He said to me, Brother Hatem, remember, you are no higher than a blade of grass and no lower than its roots in the eyes of the Creator. Now, just the paradox and the puzzle that he unleashed on me with that statement as we was making this long. It was like a 24-hour drive, man, and that just rolled around in my head the whole time. You are no higher than a blade of grass and no lower than its roots. Now, most of us look at a blade of grass and just see this little nothing. It's a little yard ornament that most of us just overlook, but we forget the power of the Creator is in that blade of grass. And that blade of grass, no matter what you throw at it, always comes back. Either it comes back or its relatives come back. And that small blade of grass shows you the true power of the universe, and the true power of living by principles, and the true power of true belief of when you just think about the power of a blade of grass to push up through the earth, to survive all it survives. And then my brother looking at me and being like, Brother Hatem, you are no higher than a blade of grass and no lower than its roots in the eyes of the Creator. For me, that was one of the most inspiring things that was ever said to me. And I when I see him, I have to thank him. When I talk to him, I have to thank him because that jewel alone was so powerful because it made me have to recognize where I was in the universe. Yes, I could run around and say that I'm a God, I'm a God, but then I also have to remember that at the same time that I'm running around boosting up how high I am, I also got to remember that there is a low point for me as well. I have to recognize my personal space in the universe, and I have to embrace that, and only by embracing that, like a blade of grass embraces its position, will I ever become great. Because you never see a blade of grass trying to be a tree. You never see a blade of grass trying to be an acorn. You never see a blade of grass trying to be a mustard seed. A blade of grass is committed to being grass. And because it's committed to being grass, it can move and grow anywhere. It can move and grow through anything. Think about all the poisons we put out there to try to kill some of this grass out here. And it still survives. And it still looks beautiful. So this is Brother Hatem saying, give yourself permission to recognize, accept, and to recognize your place in the universe. Recognize your place, because only by recognizing where you are will you be able to harness your power. We waste our time wishing we were somewhere else. We waste our time wishing we were something else when everything we need was placed in us. Because you know why? You are no higher than a blade of grass and no lower than its roots. This is Brother Hatem saying, give yourself permission to recognize your place in the universe. Not only recognize your place, recognize it, understand it, and accept it, and move forward with your life. This is Brother Hatem saying peace, and I pray that your day is as beautiful as you are. And if you like this, share it. Also share my website when you get an opportunity. I'm at www.GYENYAME Journey JOURNEY.com. Thank you very much. Peace. Man, I'm trying to keep it down to 5 minutes. I promise.